Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Thandi Gama. If it's your first time here, then welcome. Thank you. I do hope you stay. If you're a returning subscriber, it's nice to see you again. So yeah, guys, this is a different segment on my channel. It is called the influencer tip, and this is me giving you tips based on what I know, the knowledge that I've managed to collect over the years and would love to share with you. I obviously have been doing this in previous videos and you guys seem to enjoy it, but I incorporated this information in vlogs, which does make it a little bit hard to find in the future when you want to go back to it. So I'm creating sort of like a mini series on the channel where you can easily access all this information. So every week I'll be sharing a different video on specific information that I think is vital for you if you're trying to make it as a YouTuber, influencer, or anywhere like in the creator space. So in the first video, we are going to be speaking about the do's and don'ts of starting a YouTube channel. So basically, I have done a thread on Twitter, which literally became a very popular. I think it's sitting at 3,376 retweets and over 7,000 likes. So I really do appreciate it. If you are hearing this information again, then hopefully I do share a little bit of something that wasn't in the thread. So number one, the first thing you want to do is determine your goal. Before you start your YouTube channel, just try and understand what exactly it is that you actually want to share on the platform. Why are you doing it? Because this sort of like gives you direction on the type of content you are going to be creating. So if you're doing this to share your cooking content, you would know that everything that needs to go up there needs to be about cooking or anything that helps anyone in the kitchen. If you wanted to be doing beauty or wanted to get into the beauty space, then your videos would have to be content that speak to people that are interested in that specific product, beauty, or that specific niche. So it's very important for you to understand what your goal is so that it's so much easier for you to be able to wake up every day and create a different piece of content. Whereas if you don't know what your goal is, you would wake up every day and ask yourself, what am I going to film today? Another important point is branding yourself, especially if you're looking to get into the space for professional reasons or are hoping to get to a space where you can monetize this. I always say have a banner ready, because a banner sort of has the information on how often will you be posting on the channel, who are you, what is your channel about, is it beauty, is it tech, is it plants, is it DIYs, who are you, what do you stand for. An intro also sort of introduces yourself to whoever stumbles upon your channel, whoever's looking at this content and saying, hey, who is this person, what do they do, if I subscribe, what am I coming back here to like get. That is the type of stuff that you need to have ready. Having a logo is also great sometimes, but not so important. But as you would need a banner that shares your information. So have that ready, have an image of yourself, maybe come up with an intro if you can. If you can't, then maybe give it some time. Maybe by your third video, make sure you have some sort of like intro so people can always remember when they come back across your content that this is you. That will set you apart from everyone else and will make someone want to come back because of that level of professionalism. So this is a mistake a lot of people make, which is point number 3. Don't focus on your equipment. Some people want to get the lights right. They want to get the sound right. They want to get like the monitors right. They want to get everything right, which is something you shouldn't focus on, because I always say sometimes we're not certain how long we're going to last on YouTube. We might do it for a month and realize that this is not for us, and you spend so much money on equipment that you're going to have a hard time selling maybe. So I always say start with what you have. When I started on YouTube, I started with my iPhone 6s at the time, and I think I posted about 3 videos with that phone, and then moved on to my Canon G7X, which I then used for a good 2 years before I moved to my full frame camera, which is the Canon 5D Mark IV. And right now I have two other vlogging cameras. So it took me a while to get to this level of equipment, the lights and everything that I have. It was a learning process, and I've bought lights that I've sold because I bought them because I looked at someone's video and they said they used this, and realized for the type of content that I was trying to create, it wasn't going to work for me, or the type of space that I had, it wasn't going to work for me. So I would say start with what you have and gradually do your research on the equipment that you need based on the content you're going to be creating. Because if you're going to be vlogging, there is no necessity for you to be getting a full frame camera, because it's just going to be too bulky, and you know, it's not easy. I can't use that for vlogging. I would never walk out of the house with my full frame camera saying I'm going to shoot a vlog. Maybe shooting images, that makes sense. So don't focus too much on your equipment, but rather start, and maybe hopefully you'll make some money out of this that you can then invest back into what you're doing, and then start buying equipment. Number 4, this will actually help you grow a lot quicker than most people think, and that is to plan. If you plan your content and you actually don't just take what everyone else is doing and recreate it, but look at what someone else is doing and ask yourself, how can I add a little bit of me flavor to this type of content? If you do that, trust me, it will attract a lot of viewers, because people would want to understand, okay, this is very different from what I've seen, and they will share that content with other people, because it's always nice seeing something fresh. So when you plan, there's a lot of you that we see through your content and realize, you know what, this wasn't something simple, this wasn't a simple edit, or that shot just didn't happen. So when you plan, you'll notice that your content will go up like 10 notches. I have content that I plan for that looks great, and when you see it, when you watch it, you're just like, oh my gosh, yes. Then I have content that I don't plan for, and when it doesn't do so well, and I'm like, but I know why. So just try to plan your content for like just once, and tell me how that works out for you. So point number 5 is don't focus on numbers. I know when people start out and you're growing and you're a small channel, you kind of like look at everyone else, you look at your peers and you're like, oh, we started at the same time. She's on this much, she's on this much. I would rather say focus on building a community, a family, a connection with those that are already watching. Because the minute you do that and those people love you, they will become your voice, they will become your advertising, and they will want to share that content with many other people and say, you know what, can I introduce you to someone? This girl makes amazing content and there's just not a lot of people that know her, but just subscribe, check her out, and maybe you'll love her content. So instead of focusing on numbers in the beginning, focus on building a community, and you will see a drastic change in numbers very soon. So avoid copyrights, okay? I know in the beginning everyone is always like, oh, my channel is not monetized, so I really don't care, I'm just going to use that song, or I'm just going to let this play in the background. It really doesn't matter. But you don't know when your luck will change. It'll be one day where specific somebody shares a video that all of a sudden gets you 50 million views, and it's not monetized because you used a copyrighted song. Or also, if you are trying to cater to your audience, like in South Africa, I know a lot of people do download the content to watch later. Unfortunately, your videos cannot be downloaded if you use copyright music, which will also hinder your views when most of your audience are people that actually go out somewhere to download the content. So make sure that you're using non-copyright music, and I am gonna be sharing a video very soon where I let you guys know on a website that I use, how I pick out my music, and just tips on what works best for every single type of content. So check that out very soon, or if you don't want to miss it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Avoid excessive clickbait. So clickbait is fun every now and then, but if you are using clickbait, I will guarantee you it will get you views, but not necessarily subscribers, because when we do clickbait, like, people get over it eventually. So someone that has subscribed will eventually get tired of the clickbait and unsubscribe. So if you're hoping to keep people, avoid excessively clickbaiting them with the type of content you share. If you are starting out and you're new, it's important not to spam others. So you will probably have seen people who come onto someone's channel and say, "Hi, I create this type of content. Please subscribe to my channel." But in most cases, that will not get you subscribers at all. Mainly because it can come off as annoying, and I feel like when people choose to subscribe to a channel, it's almost like a relationship. Courtship is important, so you want to feel like this person has done something special to draw you into their channel and make you want to check out their content. So you want someone to choose, and I will let you know that, okay, sometimes it doesn't take the one video, it can take up to 3 videos of someone watching to actually decide that, you know what, now I'm ready to subscribe to this person. But you don't have to spam them and say, "Subscribe to my channel." Just give people the opportunity to get to know you, see you, learn the type of content you share, and if they really, really are interested in that type of content, let them choose to subscribe. Because a subscriber that has chosen you will always want to engage, will enjoy everything you share, versus someone that you forced, who's there and thinks, "Why am I here? I didn't choose to be here. She asked me to be here. Should I really be commenting?" It doesn't make sense. So you tell me which sort of subscriber you would rather have on your channel. And then another point I like to say is the 80-20 rule. So 80% of the content, if you're looking to stay on YouTube for a very long time, should be the content that you want to share. Because a platform like this is based on your happiness. Like, we can all see through it. Like, we can see when you're not okay. So if you're sharing stuff that you don't want to share, it becomes tiresome and it feels like a job. So you don't want to become a person that's just sharing stuff because, hey, this is what people want to see. Then 20% should be what people want to see, because that is why they're there. But teach them to learn and love the 80% of what you've always wanted to create, so you become known for that type of content, so that you don't lose followers the minute you share the things that you love. Rather, them question when you give them the content they want. Let them realize that maybe, hey, maybe she's right. Maybe the things that she loves is what I'm interested in, but didn't know from the beginning. Point number 10 is authenticity. Authenticity is so important. Being who you are is what's going to get you those subscribers. It's what's going to get you those views, okay? So, like, when I started, I knew that I was a very quiet person. I was shy at most, I would say, and sometimes I still get camera shy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that huge lens. It's like staring into my soul. Anyways, I used to be very shy, and I thought for the longest time that YouTube was for the loud people, everyone that's always ready for a party, everyone that's ready for a job. No, there is a niche for everyone. And one thing I would say is remain true to yourself. Don't start a channel using lingo that you don't use because you're trying to attract a certain crowd, because certain things like that become hard to sort of maintain when you're not being yourself. Trying to maintain a facade that you've created is extremely hard. So remain true to yourself, and people that really appreciate the real you will stay and subscribe to your channel. Point number 11, avoid disconnection. No one wants to follow someone that doesn't engage back. People that follow you sometimes are extremely excited to share that one comment. Just giving a like is something that could change their day, or just giving a like is something that could push that person to go vouch for you for 10 new subscribers that you didn't even know. These people vouch for you when you're not looking, so just ensure that you are also giving back. They've taken the time to watch your videos. The least you could do is respond to a few comments. I do know, like, as your channel grows and there's too many comments, it becomes hard for you to respond to all of them. But every now and then, try and respond to as many people as you can. Try and like as many comments as you can, as this just shows your audience that you truly care and appreciate every comment they leave there. That will motivate them to want to continue commenting on all your videos and giving your videos a thumbs up. Number 12, collaborate. Collaboration is so important. I mean, we all look at each other like, okay, she's got 50 subscribers, I've got 50, but what if I told you her 50 and my 50 are not the same people? So collaborating just basically introduces us to a whole new entire audience. So there's a few people out there who probably don't know that you exist. So when you collaborate with other people, you're introducing yourself to other individuals that would also like to subscribe to your channel, because chances are you're collaborating with someone that has the same interests as you, or pretty much has a similar personality to you, so your audiences would both be drawn to both of you. So here's another important point: don't ignore feedback. I know every now and then your subscribers want to say stuff and you are like, hang on, who's running the show? Like, am I the one holding the camera? Are you holding the camera? Do you know how hard it was to film this? I know it's very easy for us to sort of like snap and be like, oh my gosh, who do they think they are telling me this? But sometimes just listening to that, it can come as constructive criticism. You might not realize how bad your sound is. You might be like, oh my gosh, that's great, but it doesn't sound great to the person that's listening. So just listening to that could change the type of content you create or make it even better. So at the end of the day, you do have an audience that expects you to create content for them. So if you can't take constructive criticism, that just makes me realize that, oh, hang on, I might not want to follow you because you actually don't care about me as a person that constantly likes your videos or constantly shares this with family and friends. So every now and then, just look at that feedback and take it in lightly. Number 14, block the noise. Don't focus on what other people are doing, especially when you have a goal and vision and you are trying to share something unique and different. There will be people that don't believe in you. There will be people that will look at you and say, what is this person thinking? It's important to realize who you are, why you started, why you're doing this, why you're on this platform every single day, and why you keep coming back and trying. Sometimes it's okay to try 7 times and fall and come back on the 8th time and nail it, and you just don't know when your day will be. So all I can say is that don't be discouraged at all. Like, we all had to start somewhere. So that goes into my last point, which is don't be discouraged, because what I always say is that it's better to have 1,000 loyal subscribers that will comment on your content and will come back every time and watch every single video than having 10,000 subscribers that barely ever watch, will come in for like 10 seconds and don't really care about you, don't give you a thumbs up, don't like, because you failed to build a community. So focus on building a community and a family and not necessarily the numbers. It is hard in the beginning. It can be hard. It can be discouraging when you see other people that started at the same point as you getting further than you. But what I can say is that there are certain rewards that you get on the daily that you may not notice. The people that choose you every day, those are the people that matter. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to be carrying on with this series. I do hope maybe one video every week, and if it does get a little bit popular, maybe we'll do 2 videos. I am here to help and share the knowledge that I know, because I do think it's very important for us to always look out for one another and share what we know. So if you have any questions or any specific topics you would like me to discuss in the follow-up videos, then do comment down below. So till my next video, much love.